Every gardener knows the quiet despair that creeps in when the soil beneath their feet begins to dry and crack. It's a feeling that arrives with the first relentless heat wave of summer, when the sun seems to hang in the sky for days on end, draining every last drop of moisture from the earth. The garden, once lush and full of promise, is suddenly at the mercy of the elements. The sun beats down mercilessly, and the air shimmers with heat, making every living thing in the garden struggle for survival. The soil, once dark and crumbly, turns to a pale, dusty powder. It slips through your fingers, lifeless and dry, a far cry from the rich earth that nurtures healthy plants. Plants wilt, their leaves drooping in defeat against the heat. Even the hardiest vegetables begin to show signs of stress, their growth stunted and their colors faded. Watering feels futile as it vanishes into the thirsty earth or evaporates before it can reach the roots. Each drop seems to disappear instantly, leaving the soil as parched as before. This battle against dryness challenges even seasoned gardeners. No matter how much experience you have, the struggle to keep soil moist can feel overwhelming. The heat bakes the soil into a hard crust, making water run off instead of soaking in. This crust acts like a barrier, preventing precious moisture from reaching plant roots where it's needed most. Without moisture, essential life within the soil suffers, affecting plant growth. Microbes, earthworms, and beneficial insects all struggle to survive, and the entire ecosystem begins to falter. Mulching helps, but often isn't enough as summer wears on. While mulch can slow evaporation and shield the soil from the sun, it can't always keep up with the relentless heat and wind. The soil beneath can still become dry, leaving gardeners wondering what more can be done. It's frustrating to see your efforts fall short, despite your best intentions. Constant watering seems like the only solution, but there's a better way. Repeated watering is time-consuming, wasteful, and often ineffective during the hottest months. Inspired by generations of gardeners, a simple, effective method exists. Traditional gardening wisdom, passed down through families and communities, offers hope for even the driest gardens. It involves creating a system that works with nature, not against it. By building healthy soil and using organic matter, gardeners can help the earth retain moisture and support life. This method transforms the garden into a resilient, thriving ecosystem. Plants grow stronger, soil life flourishes, and the garden becomes better equipped to handle drought and heat. It's about more than just fighting for moisture. It's about sustaining life. Healthy soil is the foundation of every successful garden, supporting plants, insects, and the entire web of life. By adopting this approach, gardeners can enjoy a bountiful harvest, even in the face of summer's harshest challenges. The rewards are not just in the produce, but in the knowledge that your garden is thriving naturally. The solution lies in a technique that balances water retention and protection, creating a garden that can withstand the toughest conditions and flourish for seasons to come. Mulching is a golden rule of gardening, a practice that's been passed down for generations. It's often the first tip you'll hear when you ask how to keep your garden healthy and your soil protected. Mulch is praised for its ability to suppress weeds, regulate soil temperature, and give your beds a tidy, finished look. But even this tried-and-true method has its limits, and sometimes it doesn't work as well as we hope. A standard layer of dry mulch, especially if it's thick and loose, doesn't actually hold water. Instead, it acts more like a roof, shedding water away rather than soaking it up like a sponge would. When you water your garden, the water must pass through the mulch to reach the soil below. On hot, sunny days, much of that moisture can evaporate from the mulch's surface before it ever gets deep enough to benefit your plant's roots. And if the soil underneath is already poor, compacted, or lacking in organic matter, it simply won't retain moisture for long, no matter how much mulch you pile on top. In these cases, the mulch only slows down the drying process. It doesn't address the real problem, the soil's inability to hold onto water where your plants need it most. After a string of hot days, you might be surprised to find that your mulched beds are just as dry as those left bare, especially if you dig down a little to check. During a tough summer drought, this can be especially frustrating. Even with mulch, your plants may wilt and your soil can become parched. To truly defeat summer drought and keep your garden thriving, you need more than just a protective cover. What's really needed is a system that actually holds water, a moisture-retentive layer beneath the mulch. The wisdom of practical gardening suggests a two-part solution. First, improve your soil with compost or other organic matter, then add mulch on top. This combination helps the soil act like a sponge, soaking up and holding onto water for days. By working in harmony with nature and building up your soil's structure, you create a garden that's resilient, healthy, and able to weather even the hottest, driest days of summer. When it comes to keeping your garden hydrated, the answer isn't just about using a new type of mulch or adding more wood chips to your beds. Instead, it's a clever two-layer system, inspired by the time-tested methods of Amish farmers, who have mastered the art of water conservation in their gardens for generations. The real secret is hidden just beneath the surface, in what we call the moisture lock layer, a special zone that sits below your top mulch. This layer is made up of partially decomposed organic matter, like compost, leaf mold, or even well-rotted manure. It's soft, spongy, and teeming with life, and it completely transforms how your garden handles water. Acting like a giant natural sponge, it soaks up rainfall and irrigation, holding on to moisture that would otherwise quickly drain away or evaporate. Plant roots can then tap into this underground reservoir, drawing up water as they need it, which keeps them hydrated even during hot, dry spells. The top mulch layer, whether it's straw, wood chips, or leaves, acts as a protective shield, shading the moisture lock layer from the sun and reducing evaporation. Together, these two layers form a powerful partnership. One stores and releases water, while the other guards it from the elements, ensuring your soil stays moist for longer. This approach closely mimics the natural layering found on a forest floor, where fallen leaves and decomposing matter create a self-sustaining, moisture-rich environment for plants. By adding a moisture lock layer, you bridge the gap to a truly drought-resilient garden, where plants thrive even when rainfall is scarce. Best of all, this method is simple to implement and uses materials you probably already have on hand, like yard waste, kitchen scraps, or autumn leaves. By adopting the moisture lock layer technique, you'll see a dramatic improvement in your garden's health, resilience, and productivity, no matter the weather. Creating the moisture lock layer is straightforward. It's a quick half-rotted compost, coarser and wetter than usual. Use a mix of greens and browns for nitrogen and structure. Lean on green materials like grass clippings and kitchen scraps. Browns like shredded cardboard, and dry leaves add bulk. Mix them in a pile, aiming for a semi-decomposed state. The material should be spongy, moist, and earthy smelling. Once ready, it's perfect for absorbing and holding water. This material's teeming with life, ideal for a resilient garden. Make a large batch at the season's start for easy application. It's a simple, organic process turning waste into a valuable resource. Applying the two-layer system is methodical. Start with a weed-free garden bed. Spread the half-rotted compost as the moisture lock layer. Apply it generously, 2 to 3 inches thick. This layer serves as the primary water reservoir. Add the protective top mulch, 4 to 6 inches deep. Use materials like straw or wood chips for insulation. Pull mulch back from plant stems for air circulation. This system retains moisture and suppresses weeds. It saves time on watering and weeding, enhancing garden enjoyment. The effort pays off with a thriving garden all summer. Start with properly hydrated soil for the system to work. Deeply soak the garden beds before layering. Use slow, gentle watering to saturate the soil. Ensure the ground is damp 6 to 8 inches down. This creates a moisture reserve for the compost layer. The soil and compost work together, maintaining hydration. Deep watering is crucial for system success. It primes the garden for a resilient, water-wise season. Skipping this step limits effectiveness. Be patient and give the garden a thorough drink. This sets the foundation for a low-maintenance, thriving garden. The two-layer system offers more than moisture retention. It dramatically reduces weeding by blocking sunlight. The compost layer acts as a slow-release fertilizer. It enriches the soil, promoting strong plant growth. The system fosters a thriving soil ecosystem. Beneficial organisms improve soil structure and nutrient availability. Healthier plants resist pests and diseases naturally. This holistic approach supports a beautiful, bountiful garden. In dry climates, enhance the moisture lock layer with ash or biochar. Wood ash adds potassium and improves water retention. Biochar's porous structure traps water and nutrients. Both amendments boost soil health and drought resistance. Charge biochar and compost before use for best results. These additions create a superior drought-defying foundation. They offer a significant advantage in harsh summer conditions. a small addition makes a big difference in garden resilience.